I actually have a fire video for you guys today. This was actually very wild. So if you read the title, this has to do with clairaudience. It's one of the basically, and I'm gonna read the Wikipedia thing because I have my own way I'm gonna describe it after, but I'll just read it to you. So in the field of parapsychology, clairaudience, from the late 17th century French clair and audience, is a form of extrasensory perception wherein a person acquires information by paranormal auditory means. It is often considered to be a form of clairvoyance. And then if you don't know about clairvoyance, it's basically like just seeing the path ahead. That's my own simple description of it. And clairaudience, same thing. It's like seeing the path ahead, but without seeing, it's hearing. And that hearing is gaining information basically from the future, the present now, or whatever, from the past that may come out of nowhere. Now, this shit is absolutely insane what happened today. I have crazier moments with actual like manifestation, but this one was pretty crazy to me for a couple of reasons, and I'm going to go through the background of why that is. So today I ended up waking up, and when I woke up, I had this inkling or this feeling inside myself that I need to throw myself fully into delusion. Like, my ability to attract things in my life has been super powerful up until this moment. I have done the work, man. I have done the work, and I feel like that's unlike me. Like, I don't want to say it like that because it's like I'm just like trying to say something. I feel like we just live in a day and age where everyone talks about manifestation and psychic abilities and all this, but isn't really about it or really doesn't have them. They just spread a bunch of shit that they know. But I'm about it. I do it. And the moment that I do or have some breakthrough, I try to share it with y'all because apparently, according to my human design, that's literally a thing about people that have my numeric makeup, is that every time I have a new discovery or something that makes me feel like, oh, I want to share this feeling with other people, I go and share it. And sometimes that's to my detriment. But so clairaudience is pretty cool. What happened today is I basically woke up and I was like, okay, the thing my mom said to me was ringing in my ears again. It was, throw yourself fully into delusion, be completely yourself. What is the worst that can come for it? Be weird, be all this, and truly see what the outcome is. Throw yourself fully into your, like, all the spiritual stuff, don't care, just stand on what like really be that person. And that conversation we had rang through my head again, and I was like, you know what, today's the day where I really make the flip, and I'm just gonna go full bonkers madness. I don't care. I'm just in everything I do, I'm gonna believe this wholeheartedly, believe in what I know what I know, and let's see what happens. When I got up, I went through my normal morning routine and I got this idea to do a video. It was a video where I was going to use like one of my girlfriends, and it was going to be a video about like putting shea butter on your face, and like it was going to be not on your face. Like, let me explain a little bit more. It was going to be about like, why do girls do like weird things with the products they use? So that idea is out there if you guys want to use it, collective consciousness. So I'm sure someone's come up with it before, but I had this funny idea in my head of like having that kind of, I don't know who the player is. I think it's a basketball player or an NFL player, but the meme where the guy is like, and it's the question mark. He's like, what? And have it to where basically, I was going to be putting shea butter on my face, and then later I was going to be looking for the shea butter like the next day or something along the lines of that. I'm being very like spotty with how I'm explaining this. And basically one of my girlfriends that I have for the video was going to be like rubbing it down there. And I'm like, are you using my shea butter? And like, why there? Like, cause from what I've noticed from a lot of the girlfriends I had is they do the weirdest things with products. Sometimes it's cute, but sometimes it's the weirdest shit. And so I was going to do a video like that. Now, when I made the face, like the question mark face, I had a specific sound in mind. I wanted this like type of sound, which I'm going to show you right now because this is what ended up happening next. So as I heard this sound, I was like, yo, I wonder where this sound is from. I cannot make this up to y'all. There's a YouTuber named Hollow. I go online, watch this. So I'm going to pull up this one. Yeah. So, here, this is for people who wanted like to think of clairaudience, by the way. So I don't necessarily know what it was telling me, because again, all of these things are up to you to decide what it does, what it means to you, what information, like you have to decode the message you were given. So I don't know if that was the go time for me to make the video. I'm not sure. But yeah, so there's that. So here's the video. I click in my algorithm and I go to Hollow's video. Wow, I'm paused on 616. That's crazy. They say this is the mark of the beast, but what's crazy is I grew up and I lived at a 616. So that's funny that it's paused here because this is where the sound happens. So when I seen that he was playing the Tomb Raider remastered, I didn't even watch 6 minutes. I just clicked to a random point in a video. Mind you, there's the key word, random, because this shit isn't random. But here we go. So ready? I'm gonna play it.
This is the bad thing about the modern controls. You can't do the backflip unless I pull out the guns. Hold on. And I do this. Okay, I gotta pull out the guns then. Perfect. I had to.
Right there. That shit blew my mind. This was the noise that I heard in my head before it came to reality. This noise right here.
Perfect.
I was like, no way, bro. No way. That was the sound I was going to use. And funny enough, in the game, it was displayed as an exclamation mark. Like she found a secret, or he, playing Lara Croft, found a secret. But that was the sound I heard in my head. Literally verbatim, that sound.
And do the backflip.
Blows my mind. And that is clairaudience. This, like, for some reason, I was given this sound what it meant to me at the time, when I try to think of it like logically in a chronological kind of way, is that it was showing me an event that was just about to happen, like in my near future. That's all it was. It was kind of like a reminder of these psychic senses that I have, but
unless I pull out the
and like I say, with all these things, everyone has them. You just have to cultivate them. People are talented in different aspects of them, but believe what you believe. But I truly believe everyone has the ability to tap into these things. So yeah.
Hold on.
So that was the exact sound. I'm gonna play it again.
I do this. Okay.
Right here.
I gotta pull out the guns then. Perfect.
Blew my mind. That is the sound. Let's see if we can get it right here.
Perfect.
Bro, like, and look, in the little exclamation point, but in my video, I was talking about question marks. And it was like a secret found. And that just blew my mind, bro.
Okay. I gotta pull out the guns then. Perfect.
Crazy, dude. I'm still stuck hearing the sound. When I heard it, I almost flipped shit. Now, what I want to say too is, again, because I see this going around. The thing about metaphysics and spirituality in this whole thing is it depends on what you believe. If you have a high level of discernment, then you know I'm literally spitting the truth. No shaking, whatever. But it all depends on your perspective. I could be lying. I could be whatever. Like, that's what you believe. But that will not invalidate your experience, mine, or anyone else's. These things do happen to me on a daily, and that's why I share them with y'all, because I feel like there's this movement to kind of hide that this shit is the reality that's going on in the background. Because according to certain books, I looked at a certain book, but you know what? Let's just pull it out. Oh shit! This book right here. I was going to end up reverse, but how the spiritual world projects into the physical existence. These types of concepts are ignored. They don't want you to know about them. And what's funny is if people knew a lot more about a lot of these metaphysical concepts and spiritual concepts, the world would look a lot differently. That's why I think it is definitely an occult understanding for a small amount of people. And that's just all I'm going to touch on with that is just, yeah, man, I feel like I feel like it's one of those things where people just want to negate, just say it doesn't exist if it's not happening to them, or try to cross-reference it with real scientific evidence that exists. And the thing is now they're proving manifestation with quantum physics. So it's just funny how it's like, oh, the world's starting to catch up. And I really start to get it is like people who are the trinity of like spirituality, actual intellectual intelligence, just all that, and wisdom and that knowledge, understanding, whatever, that whole thing. You're really the ones that are like the setters. You're like, it's almost like the world is really projected from your mind, and like as you're seeing things, it's really like catching up. I hope that makes sense. But it's like I really feel like things be catching up to what I already know, which is funny. Like I've been hearing these. I actually don't want to throw this as a sub. I can make this a whole different video. So let's just end it here. Pretty much that's clairaudience. And there's a bunch of other examples that people have. My bro actually has clairaudience, and in the holographic universe, there was a testimonial. Yeah, there was a testimonial of a girl who had clairaudience. Or wait, actually, no, it's not in the holographic universe. This is a different one for the holographic universe. But there was an article, and I wonder if I can find the article. I'm gonna try it real quick. It's gonna be hard to find, but I thought it was in the holographic universe because there's another story similar with a fire. But basically, there was a girl, and if this story sounds familiar to you, please put down below if you've heard of it. But pretty much, there was a girl who was biking into the forest, and as she was like biking, it was either that she was going into it or she was getting to the forest. But I think she was in the forest, if I'm recalling, because this story is like fucking almost 4 to 5 years old at this point for me hearing it. No, 6. Yeah, because I heard it back when I was 18. And basically, when she got into the forest, or the start of it, there was a voice in her head, her own voice, but more divine and like kind of powerful. Y'all can say God, y'all can say whatever y'all want. That basically told her, turn around. Like, no, leave the forest now. Like, simple phrases. Leave forest now. Dip, turn around, bounce, girl. It's about to go up in flames. She didn't know that, but the voice made her feel like her body told her, like kinesthetic, like what people talk about, your body be telling you. Her body, that voice made her body go, it's time to go. She turned around. After that, forest fire. Crazy. And we can cultivate these senses, but they've been dulled by all the bullshit that goes on around us. So anyways, I hope that was a solid video for you guys. Hope you enjoyed it. This shit blew my mind. And yeah, man, all I can really do is share my experiences. If people don't believe them, I mean, it doesn't really change the fact that like I'm going through them and I'm using them to move through my world like a game. So from this one, I really don't know what to do. I just think it was like spirituality kind of knocking at my door going, remember, motherfucker. And I was like, yeah, I got you. I know, I'm aware. But yeah, so yeah, people will really try to discredit you, but this shit is a science that's being proven. And it doesn't matter. Metaphysics are the unweighable. So like it takes a broad mind and a really astute individual, I don't know, to really delve into this stuff. And sometimes it just takes someone with a certain amount of will and want to know for the universe to reveal its secrets to you. Then for it to give you your powers, that's if you take them by the balls. You don't got to be the smartest person. That's the thing. A lot of these metaphysics are actually simpler than people put out there. So anyways, I'm out of here. Much love. And I'm out. I almost said my other channel's outro.